This is Neil Schneider for MTBS at CES 2017. To my immediate right is Alessandro Gasparini. He is Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer for Immervision. Welcome to the program, Alessandro.
Hi, thanks, Neil.
Now, this is the second year I've interviewed you, and the company itself has made a lot of, I think, progress in the different devices.
A lot of devices, a lot of industries, and certainly the venue of VR, AR has been booming for interest from many OEMs, some of the largest companies coming to see us, wanting to develop stuff, trying to understand how they can make a camera to capture that, more than the viewing, capturing the content.
So for those unfamiliar, can you elaborate what Immervision does?
Yes, certainly. Immervision is the largest optical designing firm in Canada, and we are probably the only one in the world which take the approach of 360-degree immersive imaging from the capture, so from the lens design up to the viewing with some algorithms. So our optical designers works with some software engineers, which they will be working together in defining exactly what is the viewing experience, and so what is needed to achieve that from the capture side. So every optical design we make, it's really based on what is the end result that you're going to achieve with it.
Okay, well, let's talk about some of the technology that you have on display here. And it's really quite amazing how small the technology is and what it delivers. Maybe you could show us your lenses.
Why don't we start with the biggest one, and then we can move down to the smallest one.
Okay.
So, for example, what we have right here, it's a 5K by 5K broadcast camera, and you can see the lens is kind of quite big, and it's probably filming us at the same time in live. So we're talking about live streaming professional broadcast. We're talking about equipment which is very expensive. It's really not even prosumer, but it's really professional use. And then we go down, we shrink it down to the size of about, thank you, from the size about of, right here. So kind of like this device, which has been developed by Quanta Computer and just launched on the market, uses a 16 megapixel lens, which is 187 degrees. And you can see kind of like fit in my hands, very small. And here would be the lens itself, so which has been used for standalone cameras, front-facing, back-to-back, combination of. And then the most recent one right here, which is, I don't know.
Do you eat it?
You know what? We had some.
Don't try if you're not supposed to.
Don't try. But you know what? In the medical industry, we've been trying to look at developing cameras like that, to ingest and look at it, but it's actually this is the one which is new 8 megapixel resolution that will be equipping the first smartphones that will come back to back to provide 360 degree by 360 degree captures and live streaming directly from the phone, not as an accessory, but really as the part of the device.
So if I may ask, what experiences tend to be most successful with 360? So looking at, obviously you got these professional rigs and you got something obviously targeted more towards consumers. What tends to be successful for 360? What are the deliverables?
Well, one of the challenges that has been capture the content, live content, good content, accessible for the end user to take it. So putting cameras that are able to take 360 by 360 or just 180 by 360 hemispheric content in the hands of end users, that certainly creates more and more and more the awareness of immersiveness, augmented reality, virtual reality, because we are giving people the ability to create their own experience and sharing that experience with others. All right. So what we've been seeing is certainly it's professionals creating hardware. So Vantrix is one of these companies that has been developing this type of cameras for broadcast to capture very high resolution, being able to project it on home TVs, and going up to the possibility of having a stream on small devices. All of that live. So you can have a sport event, you can have any of these type of events can be shared. And like we talked, maybe one of your future events, we can probably have some live broadcasting 360 so people can see what's going on with head-mounted displays.
Now, for sure, head-mounted displays, clearly a big benefit there that you physically could look around. Do you see a lot of benefit for smartphone users and tablet users that even if they don't have a VR device, they could still benefit from the 360?
Well, that's the thing. I think the first experience should probably going to come with a flat 2D screen, interacting with it. And as people, like with the cardboard experience now, people are starting to see that they can actually, instead of spinning images, they can actually have a little window that they work around like that. The next thing is, how do I immerse myself even more? And certainly the enclosure of an end-mounted display, which really create a bubble around you of what you're watching, you're really focusing to it. It's amazing. And we have been showing 2D images captured by the Ventrix camera and by even some mobile devices like the Quanta device here. And yeah, thank you. So having this 2D, being able to navigate inside, and it's really pretty much an amazing first experience. But very quickly you can turn it up to having it into a cardboard experience, where you can actually put the glasses on and you are actually able to view it at the level of your eyes. So this is the trend we're seeing growing, making it easier, and I think it will eventually catch up to more. We're working on some project with stereoscopic 360 by 360 to make it easy for people to have it on their smartphone or smart devices, if you like.
So what I'm getting from this is that this is really about empowering end users in many ways, because one of the challenges with VR is there's limited content and people are waiting for good stuff. You know, if people have smartphones and capabilities to create their own content, do you see that as a major driver for growing the market?
Absolutely. That's how it starts. From our perspective, everything has to start somewhere, but every success, even if you look at YouTube and you look at Facebook, it's all driven by content created by end users, not the professional. You're going to go to TV, subscribe to a channel, watch TV, and programs that have been produced heavily. What is starting to be more interesting is looking at those reality shows, where actually you are in the life of people. But now, why go to watch reality show? You can go on YouTube and watch somebody doing crazy stuff live in front of you. Facebook posting all of that. So that creates more and more and more and more the use of the technology, the adoption of this technology in a way that, hey, I want to do more, I want to do more, I want to do more. So it promotes the use of 360, bringing it back to even and pushing the development of technology, the adoption of technology, bringing down the cost, which will make then accessible to everybody the possibility to have the true virtual reality experience through head-mounted displays, which are accessible.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Neil. It was nice talking to you again.
This is Neil Schneider from MTBS-TV at CES 2017, and we will, of course, be back with more. Thank you for watching.